Season 1, Episode 2 of this crazy ride. No intro music this time. In fact, I've changed up a bunch of things. I have changed the software which I'm recording with. I have changed the hardware. I've changed a few things. Let's start with the software. The first episode 1, Inaugural Snack, I used Audacity, which was great. Super user-friendly software, super easy to use. The recording quality was outstanding. I recorded the episode. I did zero editing. It was an editless episode. So I recorded it, converted to MP3, and dropped it right onto Anchor, which is the podcast hosting software that I'm currently using. So Anchor, I managed to figure out how to upload my podcast, the RSS feed, to Apple Podcasts, Google Music, or Google Podcasts, as well as Spotify and, of course, Anchor. I managed to do all that. I've never had a podcast before, so the learning curve was a little bit steep, but I'm super excited that I managed to do it all in sort of one day. And certainly, if anyone out there is looking for help, definitely send me an email. I can help you out with that. It was the process was fairly simple and pretty rewarding to see your work out there for the world to see, really, and zero investment on my end besides the computer and the microphone. The software is shareware and really, really great. This episode I'm using OBS software, which is Open Broadcaster, I believe. Open Broadcaster Studio. Also freeware or shareware. With it you can have guests, you can have 2 audio tracks, you can have video, you can have screen captures, as well as you can see here I have my, if you're tuning into YouTube, that is, you can see that my logos are up and I have a video in there as well. I will be uploading this podcast not only in MP3 format to Anchor, Apple, Google, all of those, but I'll also be loading the video / screen capture, all that. What I'm looking at on my desktop, I'll be uploading that to my YouTube channel as well. Pardon me. So that's the OBS side of it versus Audacity. I'm also using a completely different hardware setup. I've hooked up my Yeticaster, my Blue Yeticaster for this round. I am going to be doing a sound comparison. Of course, it's not really a fair comparison because I'm using different recording software. I may have to do another podcast without all the fancy logos and stuff with Audacity, just to do a comparison of the Yeticaster versus the Blue Snowball, which I used in Season 1, Episode 1. Coming up in a future episode very soon, I'm going to be using the ATR 2100 microphone, which is not a condenser microphone like these. Apparently, it's the microphone to use for podcasting. I'm not sure. I've never used it. But it's not a condenser microphone and filters out some of the background noise a little better. As you know, or if you listen to Season 1, Episode 1, I'm in sort of the noisiest room in the house. I call it the breezeway. There's a tattoo studio to my left. The kitchen is to the right, and sometimes there's a bird perch right beside me, and a noisy parrot sitting there. The dogs pad around on the linoleum and the hardwood, and click, click, click all the time, and barking and kids. So maybe the ATR 2100 will be the microphone. Only time will tell. I'll definitely review it and try it out. Also coming up is some drone podcasting type stuff where I'm going to be reviewing my new drone when I receive it. Probably won't be until the second quarter. I pre-ordered a Skydio 2, and the reviews and the videos that are coming out are fantastic. I wish I had mine so I could be out there flying it and testing it, but I just have to be patient and wait. I currently have 3 drones in my fleet. I have a Phantom 4 Pro, a Mavic Pro, and a Phantom 3 Professional 4K. I'm probably going to be selling all 3 of those to fund not only the Skydio 2, but perhaps a Mavic Pro 2 or a Mavic 2 Pro with a 1-inch sensor, the Hasselblad camera. In the meantime, I still have those, and going to be doing some drone type reviews and information sessions. I do survey and photogrammetry drone work as part of my business. So aerial photos and aerial survey, that kind of thing. So I'm going to have some software reviews of certain softwares that I use and how-tos to do with drone and drone work coming up as well. This is future episode. Pardon me. Future episodes. I also have a remote guest lined up we're trying to do every second Wednesday of every month, rather. Story time with Bob. Bob is an old friend of mine, full of excellent stories, and clean and dirty. I may have to choose the explicit when I'm uploading my podcast for those, but that's future episodes coming up. This one, I just wanted to try my new setup, and I wanted to share some what I think was funny stuff from with regards to season 1, episode 1, inaugural snack. I had a funny review posted to Apple, and I want to share it with everyone. So I'm going to start with a definition of something in the review. So, misophonia. Let me just zoom in here. Misophonia is a disorder in which certain sounds trigger emotional or psychological responses that some might perceive as unreasonable given the circumstance. Those who have misophonia might describe it as a sound that drives you crazy. Their reactions can range from anger and annoyance to panic and the need to flee. Now, I think we all suffer from misophonia to a certain degree. For me, it's when my dogs bark for no reason. And for no reason, I mean small people coming to my door and the dogs absolutely lose their minds. That is one of the things that triggers it for me. Or my bee of a sister parrot squawking for no reason. Usually as soon as I get on the phone, she will start screaming. It just drives my blood pressure through the roof. I think most people can relate to this to some degree. What I find funny about this is the review that was left. So here it is. Left on iTunes from the Babs. She says, "Have you heard of misophonia? LOL. It was enjoyable. I laughed a few times, cringed between laughs while trying to guess your snack, and enjoyed it as a whole. FYI, I even said grrr. I was thinking, oh, I know what he's eating. It's going to be the onion rings. And sorry, I'm reading this without my glasses. It's quite a ways away. Here, let me just remedy this situation. There we go. Oh, I know what he's eating. It's going to be onion rings, and they're not flat. And they're not flat. Not white. Oh, I know. Pork rinds. Orange? Nope. Has to be Humpty Dumpty mix. Cheesy. Grrr. You're not playing by the rules and eating normal snacks. It was entertaining and engaging, and the pacing, pauses, etc. were all good. Crunchy like fingers on a chalkboard. Funny stuff. So thank you for the review. I will certainly do my best in future episodes to keep you crazy. I may make that a normal segment on my show, because even if you're watching on YouTube, I can just shut that camera off while I enjoy my snack. And YouTube followers can also guess and receive a snack. So there it is. Like I said, please keep coming back. I have some interesting stuff coming up. Talk to you later.